How to get more house edition leads online. That's the topic of today's video. If you haven't scheduled a strategy session with me, be sure and do that at the link below the video. And what we want to get into today is how do you generate more of those house edition or room edition type leads in your marketing efforts. And what we want to look at is a couple of things. Number one, you've got to make people aware that that's a service that you offer. Be sure and put that into your marketing campaigns. You may want to run a specific campaign specifically for house editions and room editions. And in that campaign, you're going to want to be able to show previous work that you've done. Before and after photos are obviously ideal, but you want to help put the vision for that house edition, that room edition, into the mind of your prospect. A couple of little niche areas you want to be thinking through often that are starting to come up more often, You've got an aging population right now. And so the idea of the ADU, the extra dwelling unit that's attached to the house, we used to call it a mother-in-law's cottage. That's become a more popular thing. So maybe that's a focal niche you want to get into, talking about the advantages of building an ADU onto the house as opposed to long-term care or nursing home care, those kinds of things. In fact, that's a conversation I've been having with my mother here recently, and so it's one of those topics that I know a lot of families are doing. So in that particular case, you're going to want to use marketing that speaks to that specific conversation. Best places to do that, obviously, social media is great. Facebook is ideal for that. Instagram might be another place for that. YouTube videos. Create a series of educational videos on things you should consider when creating a house edition, when putting in an ADU. Those would be a great thing you could have in your marketing component. Write some blog posts on those particular topics. And then finally run paid search ads for people who are searching for house editions, room editions, ADUs. Ideally, you want to be operating on all of those fronts simultaneously. As you know, I'm a big fan of bombarding your marketplace from all different angles. And so ideally, you're going to want to run a social campaign targeting those house edition customers. You're going to want to run a search campaign targeting those. You're going to want to run a video campaign. You're going to want to have that blog content for the search engines. When you put all those things together, you're going to start to bring in more leads for those whole room editions, house editions, bigger projects. So just a few thoughts for you today. Hope you find those helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon.